Hello everybody, I Tushar Jain, CFO and Research Head of Ajayastromoneyguru.com. Welcome all of you to today's show on 21st June 2020. So in this show I will discuss about the expected movement of metals, especially the metal sectors in Wall Street, that is American stock market. So before coming to the metal sector, let us first see the condition of indices. As you can see on the screen, here is the weekly data of S&P 500, which shows that during this week the S&P 500 has seen significant upward movement of approximately 1.86%, and if we see the Nasdaq also, it has also shown significant upward movement, more as compared to the S&P 500 of approximately 3.73% during this week. Also, Nasdaq 500 has made high at 10,053 level on Friday, that is last trading day of this week, which is very near to its all-time high which it made on the previous week at the levels of 10,086, which made a double top pattern in its graph. Now if you see the S&P 500 highest level, then it shows at the levels of 3,155, which is approximately 4 to 5% lower from its all-time high level which it made in the month of February at the levels of 3,393. So friends, this shows that people are more interested in buying the safer stocks as compared to the more riskier stocks. People are more risk averse presently. Therefore, they are more interested in Nasdaq stocks as compared to S&P 500 stocks. Now, coming to the metal sector. So according to my analysis and calculations for the coming week, that will start from 22nd June 2020. So according to financial astrology also, this week we can see profit booking in metals, in especially the metal sectors, as stars are not favoring the metal sectors. So I picked these two stocks. The first one is United States Steel and the second one is Steel Dynamics. So according to my analysis, calculations and financial astrology, these two stocks are expected to show profit booking in the coming week, that will start from 22nd June 2020. So here are its prices also. As you can see on the screen, here is the price of United States Steel Corporation. It closed at $8.11, which is approximately 0.5% down on Friday. And the second stock, that is Steel Dynamics, so it closed at $27.17, which is approximately 1.5% up from its previous close on Friday. So according to my analysis and calculation, these two stocks are expected to show profit booking in the coming week, that will start from 22nd June 2020. Now coming to other sectors, let us first talk about the commodity, that is crude oil. So considering the present scenario, crude oil prices are majorly dependent on the fear of second lockdown around the globe. The more the fear of second lockdown, the more downfall on crude oil prices can be seen, and the less fear of second lockdown, the more the rise in prices of crude oil can be seen. So the prices of crude oil is inversely proportional to the fear of second lockdown. So according to my analysis and calculations and financial astrological conditions, the coming week, that will start from 22nd June 2020, crude oil prices are expected to continue with its positive note, as you can see on the screen also. the crude oil prices historical data. This shows that crude during this is the weekly data for the crude oil prices, and during this week and during the last week also the crude oil prices has crossed the level of $40, which shows the overall sentiment of the crude oil is on the upward trend. And as per the stars also and financial astrology, the crude oil prices are expected to continue with its positive note, which will be beneficial for oil producing companies like Chevrolet and ExxonMobil in American stock market. So you can keep your eyes on ExxonMobil and Chevrolet in American stock market. So coming to the banking sector, as we all know, whenever there is some recession or there is some tensions in economy, the first affected sector is always be the banking sector. Almost in all the recessions, directly or indirectly, the worst affected sector has been the banking sector, as it will be as same in coronavirus pandemic also, as in the second quarter, when the second quarter results of the banks will be displayed, then we will come to know how much companies or how much creditors of the bank have been defaulted or converted into NPAs, that is non-performing assets, which will be directly impacting the banking sector. So therefore, according to my analysis and calculation, for the long-term perspective, investors are advised to stay away from the banking sector. But still, if you want to invest in the banking sector, then you can go for the Bank of America. The reason why I am choosing the Bank of America is because it is expected to announce its bonds. It is expected to announce its buyback in near future, and the amount of buyback will be approximately 7%, which will be beneficial for the investors by doing nothing. Their percentage of stake in the company will increase. Also, now if we see the airline industry, then according to my analysis and calculation, you should stay away for the long-term investment in airlines sectors also, as this is the directly affected sector due to the coronavirus pandemic. And also the airline sectors incurs a regular operating cost, which is a fixed cost that they have to incur whether they are operating or not. And in fact, during the lockdown, they have to incur more of their operating cost, for such as the parking fees for the aircrafts also. So which makes the airlines industries to suffer most in this pandemic. But still, if you want to invest in the airlines industry, you should go for the airline which has most liquidity available in its books, that is the Delta Airlines. If you still want to invest in airlines industry, you can go for the Delta Airlines, as it has a significant amount of liquidity, which makes them survive more as compared to other airlines. So now coming up to the conclusion, let me repeat my analysis for the metal stocks. So according to my analysis and calculations and financial astrology, metal stocks, that includes United States Steel and Steel Dynamics, these two stocks are expected to show profit booking in the coming week, that will start from 22nd June 2020, that will be 4th week of June 2020. So investors are advised to trade to plan their trade accordingly. So thank you and good day.